Welcome back to our YouTube channel. I am back with one more concept, variable. Without variable, we can't have any research. You know, the human beings differ in the characteristics, like we have different weight, we have different height, we have different intelligence levels, we have different aptitude, we have different types of vocabularies, we have different reading this comprehension, we are from different residential backgrounds, we have different nationality, religion, we are have different ages. So all these characteristics are known as variables. The a characteristic which has a tendency to change is known as a variable. In our day-to-day life, we come across human beings with same age, same height, same on this job, same gender, same residential background, but side by side we may find some people with different age, different height, different job, different gender, different residential backgrounds. In general, these height, age, weight, job, gender, residential backgrounds, these are known as the variables. There are some characteristics which don't change at all. Such characteristics are known as the constants. Like we have some constant number of the days in a week, we have constant number of minutes in an hour, we have constant number of seconds in 1 minute, the sum of the three angles of a triangles is a constant, the value of a pi is a constant. So such characteristics which does not change at all, these are known as the constants. Thus it means that the characteristics remain same every day and all the time. So, let us suppose that you want to study about the aptitude of males in any company, and in that study the aptitude is a variable but the gender is held as a constant, because you are only studying males of that company, not the females. So it's possible to keep any variable constant in any research, and at the same time that variable may be variable in any other research. So thus we can say that the basic nature of a variable can't be changed permanently, but temporarily you can change it. So we have variables in quantitative qualitative data. For quantitative data, we have to calculate mean and standard deviation for the variables, and then we have types of variables. There are different types of variables. Generally, all the variables are classified either the continuous variable or the discontinuous variable, which is also known as the discrete variable. So the continuous variable is one which can be expressed in whole number as well as in fractions. In other words, we can say the variable that is not restricted to a particular value is known as the continuous variable, like our weight, our height, our academic achievement, our intelligence, our aptitude, and so on are the continuous variables. Discontinuous variable is one which can be expressed only in whole numbers. In other words, we can say having only integer value is called as discontinuous variable or the discrete variable. For example, how much vocabulary we are knowing, number of words we have written per line, number of words we are writing in a minute, or the type of school we have studied, our marital status, our gender, our residential background, our school subjects, the courses offered by any university, the number of teachers in any institution, our caste, our religion. These all are the discrete variables. So any research can't be done without a variable. So the variable which the researcher has in his or her study, that either may be the continuous or that may be the discontinuous. Okay, then we have the independent variable and the dependent variable. Independent variable is that variable which brings change in any other variable. It can be also known as the treatment variable, or we can say it is also known as the manipulated variable. We manipulate this variable. according to our research. Then the dependent variable is one which changes due to the independent variable, or this is that variable in which variations are caused due to the change in any other variable. In other words, we can say that dependent variable depends on the other another variable. That another variable is the independent variable. Then we are having the another variable, that is the intervening variable. Intervening variables are those variables which might be in the process, or it might be these variables might be outside the process, but they bring change in the dependent variable in presence of the independent variable. This occurs only in experimental research, as we can say. Some intervening variables are also known as mediating variables. So there are two types of these intervening variables. Those intervening variables which are in the process that bring change in the dependent variable and in presence of the independent variable, those are known as the intrinsic variables. And those variables, those intervening variables that are outside the process but bring change in the dependent variable in presence of independent variable, those are known as extrinsic variables. Then we have confounding variable. It's that type of variable whose presence affect the variable that is being studied, so that the result, the outcome of the this research that one gets does not reflect the actual relationship between the variables that we are studying. These confounding variables might be in experimental research, these might be in correlational studies, and they occur in large number. It's very difficult to control all the confounding variables in any research. Then we are having one more variable, that is the moderating variable. It is that type of variable which influences or moderates the relationship between two variables that are under study, and thus these are producing the interactional effects. Let's take an example. uh, in a classroom, a teacher is teaching with the help of a teaching method. All the students don't understand to the same extent by that teaching method. So in this, we can have understanding is the dependent variable. Understanding depends upon the teaching method of teaching that the teacher is using in the classroom. So method of teaching is independent variable and the understanding is dependent variable. Clear? In this case also there may be intervening variables like intelligence of a student, study habits, or comprehension level of a student, stress of a student, family background, noise outside the classroom, location of the school, intensity of the light in the classroom, and so on. So these variables can bring change in understanding in presence of the methods of teaching. So like we are having the intelligence level, study habits, or family background. These are the intrinsic intervening variables, because these lie inside the these the we can say the student. And outside the classroom, like we are having the noise outside the classroom, we are having the location where the school is located, we are having the light intensity of a classroom. These are known as extrinsic intervening variables. I hope you have this concept is clear to you. Now I have a question for you. As I have already told, from the quantitative data, we calculate the mean and the standard deviation. Can you tell me, for a variable, what should be the minimum value of the standard deviation? I hope your answers will come in the comment section. Thank you. Happy learning.